Mishimoto loves drifters, and of course they love Chris Forsberg. Chris Forsberg, 2009 Formula Drift champion. It doesn't look like it's going to be that way here in Irwindale. I know you love this track. You'd love for a better outcome, but let's talk about your car and how you've basically propelled your car from last year to the beginning of this year to now in the latter part of this season. You changed up your engine. You've changed up under the hood.
Yeah, like after last season, we were just doing the whole just keep it together, stay consistent. We're having great finishes. There's a couple new cars out. Some people were having issues, but then coming into this year, we could tell that our car was starting to kind of taper off. Like it was difficult to keep up with some of the new cars that have been coming out, some of the new builds, and so we knew that it was time for a big change. And so Nissan Motorsports hooked us up with this core truck engine, and we're pushing over 200 more horsepower. Kevin made a lot of suspension changes, and our car is bigger and better than ever. Even though it's a little late, but it's evolving for next season.
And let's talk about some of the critical parts. Keeping cool. I mean, it's a beautiful, typical Southern California day, but let's talk about Vegas and how crucial it is to stay cool and utilizing those Mishimoto parts.
Yeah, I mean, keeping a drift car cool is really important, especially when you get into those one-more-time battles and, you're just running back-to-back and, you get out to tracks like Vegas. Even this weekend, I heard the temps are going back up after all this rain we got, which is ridiculous. But, yeah, trying to keep the car running at optimal, engine temps is really important to not have a failure. I mean, even at Walton, New Jersey, we went multiple one more times. Our car was able to make it through, and our competitor, actually, his engine blew because of overheating. So, I mean, it does happen. You have to keep the cars cool.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, performance is key. But then let's talk about style. You know what I mean? Like, you're pretty. Let's say you're a pretty stylish guy. Obviously, you have ink all over you, and you're kind of a a standout driver. You're just having fun.
I think so. I try.
Yeah, and we all try. Do we succeed? Some fail, some succeed. I think you succeed. But let's talk about style and who do you think has like a good-looking car out here? I mean, and let's talk about like fashion and everything out there, like aesthetically pleasing, good-looking car. Do you think you're going to push it next year? I mean, we're wrapping up the season, mind you. This is before qualifying, before the finals, but let's talk about next season just a little bit. Allude to it a little bit.
Yeah, we're obviously looking to make some changes. Everyone's looking to make changes in the off season. It's kind of a no-brainer, but we do always try to keep like a strong drift style with our cars. We try to keep it a little different than everyone else's. We don't want to just have same old body kit, flat paint. Like nothing really exciting happening. So I always take a lot of personal time into the design of the car, the vinyl layout, and everything. So we'll see what we can come up with for next season.
Cool. It's always good to hang out with you, and we'll wrap it up here at Irwindale. One last thing I have to say is progression. Just progression and what people can basically. We have the Pro-Am drivers out here. How can some of these Mishimoto parts basically help them progress into becoming a pro driver? I mean, we see. Are you like assisting some of these drivers? I know you help Dave Briggs, up and coming. You contribute by being a judge at XDC, giving them feedback from a pro driver, what the pro drivers are looking at. How do you help them progress, and how can some parts like Mishimoto help them perform better?
Well, obviously, the biggest difference from Pro-Am drivers to, the Formula D level drivers is their car setups. And, that goes right into, Mishimoto parts, keeping their cars cool, being able to get, good practice time and not, just going out there and having catastrophic engine failures every time they run, Right. So got to make sure the car's reliable, and, keeping the car cool is obviously one of the most important parts of that equation.
And then what do you make of some of the progressive, drivers out there? I mean, who are some of the drivers that you're excited to see running here at Pro-Am? Because as a pro, those guys are potentially your up-and-comers that could ruin your day. I mean, if they get the right car, the stars line, they could take you out. And we've seen some of these drivers come up through the ranks.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of guys out here. There's actually quite a few that I like to watch that already earned their Formula D license, so they won't be driving here this weekend, which is, a little sad because it's nice to have the Pro-Am going along with our event. We get to watch them all kind of run through the track too. But yeah, some of the guys that were killing it were, the Turk brothers. They are been knee deep in grease and oil and wrecked body parts, but they won't stop. It's awesome. The dedication is ridiculous with those guys. And like Pat Sear, he's got his Corolla out here. He's never been to Irwindale before, and so he's really taken a knack to the bank. And we just want to see everyone out here push hard and just try and keep their car off the walls.
Yeah, and even Kano from Thunder Drift, that kid up in Cato. Sorry, Cato. I'm sorry, whatever.
Yeah, like I was saying, he's one of the guys that already earned his license, so we won't be seeing him drive this weekend. But he is here helping other guys out, and he's a fantastic driver. So it sounds like he'll be running with us next year.
Yeah. So well, there you have it. Chris Forsberg keeping it cool with Mishimoto here at Irwindale.